weekend holiday edition of Car Chronicles. Come on in. Come on in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Come on in. Come on in. Let's get into some things this holiday weekend. Child, just because it's a holiday don't mean that people stop making the news. Come on in. Like the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Like the video. Got a lot to talk about. Child, so much. You know, it's a lot of things that has my attention this morning. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to talk about the most pressing things that has my attention this morning. I wasn't ready. I promise I wasn't ready, but we're going to talk about it. It's the audacity for me. OMG, y'all. Listen, Linda, listen. Y'all seen the short I put up right before this live? Y'all know I've been putting up these little shorts. Kind of just segue into what I'm going to be talking about in upcoming lives. So, if you do follow me or you're new to my channel, pay attention to the shorts that I put out, because it's kind of going to give you an idea. It's kind of like a little advertisement of what I'm going to talk about, what's kind of on the top of my list of things to talk about. So if you're interested in any of those things, then you want to listen to the live, pretty much catch the next live that's coming up following me putting out that short. So that's how that works. So listen, I'm gonna let y'all try to come on in here, get some more people come in here. I don't know if it's one of them days that YouTube shadow banning my channel, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? It happens. It happens. I typically know when it's happening based off of the number of people. Right now, I'm seeing 3 people. That's asinine. But I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. All right, then. I see the number at 20. Y'all come on in here. We got some things to talk about. Y'all know that you playing with your girl over here, because I be getting into some ish. Y'all seen my short I just put out maybe about 10 minutes ago before I started this live. Follow me so you can see the shorts, because that's kind of going to give you an idea of what the hell I'm going to talk about when I go live. Child, Mexico playing games. They are. They're playing games. That woman over there playing games. I know she they first. She the first woman. She newly elected. But it's not looking good. It is not looking good. Child. So, what I woke up to, the news I woke up to after having a night out of being out with the girls at the Chris Brown concert here in Atlanta, I'm like, what's going on in the news? And so the first report that I see, y'all come on in here. I got 81 of y'all. We got one damn like. Can I get 10? So I open up my little iPad. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on out here in these streets? Chris Brown had left the damn stage after 4, 5, 6, a whole work shift, child. He was on the stage longer than I'm on these damn lives. And y'all know I be on these lives. So I see this headline talking about, that Mexican cartel that we arrested last year. It was about $15 million that, was attached to him when we rolled up on him. I'm like, all right, then that's a lot of money. All right, then. But that's it. That ain't it. That ain't it. I'm like, well, what else is there? Y'all done got the damn man. Y'all got him, the plane. Y'all got El Chapo's son. Now, listen. Y'all peep this part. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this part. So the guy, the cartel name is Zambada. Ishmael Zambada. So underneath the Biden administration last year in 2024, they rolled up on him in Texas. They rolled up on him and El Chapo's son. His story was, and they was on the plane. His story was like, listen, this man, Chapo's son, the damn kidnapped me. I'm supposed to be in Mexico. He got me over here in Texas on his plane. He kidnapped me. So that was his story. Listen, everybody needs their story, right? So that was his story. I don't know what Lil Chapo's story was. But Zambada Chapo was, this baby didn't kidnap me. Now, I don't know how old El Chapo's son is. He a grown man now. But he was like, yo, he kidnapped me. So I think that was like his story because of everything that they had on them. So apparently part of the little situation was $15 billion. Bet. All right then. Fast forward to 2025, current times. So Zambada like, yo, all right, I'm ready to talk. I know I was effing with y'all before, but listen, I'm ready to talk. Damn. I needed some time to marinate on my story. Damn, what y'all want to know now? Because this time y'all talking about trying to give a player, I can't do that type of time. I cannot do El Chapo time. I cannot do El Chapo time. Because El Chapo, they rolled up on him, I think in 2014. And yeah, like 2014, I think is when he got arrested. So they were like partners. They were partners. So the second one partner, you know, the other half, that was him, Zambada. He was still out running the business or whatever. So they rolled up on him sometime last year, maybe around the summertime. I know it was in 2024, underneath the Biden administration. They rolled up on him in Texas. So fast forward to today, he was like, all right, then I'm ready to talk. I got some things to say. This just, you know, I'm tired of sitting here. This ain't looking good. It's not a good, I don't even know what's going on with the business out there. I got some things to say. Let me tell y'all how we was able to get to the money. Pam Bonnie. Well, what do you mean, Zambada? What do you mean? Y'all think that we was getting some money like this just on our own? That Cartel just, when you got military, when you got government, police, y'all think that Cartel was getting to the billions on that level just by ourselves and fighting against the police officers, the government? Y'all think that? Oh no, we was in this together. We are family. Hey, he was like, we are family. We was getting to it together. I know y'all didn't think that we was getting to the money on our own on this type of level. We was getting these drugs, this fentanyl, into y'all country by ourselves. Did y'all really think that? Well, no, we really didn't think that, but we didn't. Oh, okay, well, yeah. I'm gonna need for y'all to act like y'all got a brain and common sense. Hell yeah, our government was helping us out. Yes, they were. Because ain't no freaking way we was able to do what we was able to do at the level we was able to do it without them. Say it ain't so. Oh yeah, you want to know some more? Okay, so let me tell you how we was able to get them to move whatever obstacles out of our way. Zambada talking, y'all. He like, I'm not doing no Chapo. I'm not doing it. Listen up, buttercups. Listen up. Y'all like this video. Y'all know I be coming here telling y'all tea. I don't be lying to y'all. I promise you I'm going to deliver it in a way you ain't never heard it delivered in before. But you can always go fact check. That's why y'all keep coming back and these numbers be numbering. So listen up. He was like, yeah, let me tell y'all how we was able to get him to do it. We was like, oh, these are your options. President, government officials, police officers. You want to hear your options? Because I'm going to tell you what no comes with if you're saying no to the things that we are presenting to you. So if you say yes, help me help you. Help me help you. If you say yes, we gonna give you some money. We gonna let you live, you know, because everybody, you want to still breathe. You want to have air in your lungs. You want to still be walking the land. You want all your limbs. So that comes with the yes. That comes with the yes. So the yes comes with being able to breathe, being able to walk around, use your hands, use your limbs, go to work. That comes with the yes. And with the yes is, okay, you're going to clear these pathways so we can get to where we need to get, i.e. the United States of America. So that border that's right there, all right, I'm going to need for you to handle that. Handle that meaning that you need to move out any obstacles that are in the way so we can get over there, because we got product to move. We got product to move. So that comes with the yes. What comes with the no is you come up stinking. And y'all know, if you don't know, if you slow, you don't know what that terminology means, to come up stinking. Think about what a corpse smells like that's found out in the damn fields. Them people in Mexico talking about, we tired. It's become a norm to walk around in the streets and just see carcasses, birds and stuff just eating on body parts, limbs. They were like, it's like a norm out there in Mexico. Child, I was watching some documentary this morning, and it was about took place like a month ago. So a journalist, probably I think from the US, went over there to see trying to see something. She had her little vest on while she over there. Ain't no way you can get me to, I don't care what kind of sale they got going on in Mexico. If they say I can buy a pair of drawers for 25 cents that may cost me $8 over here, I don't give a shit. It ain't enough deals on the planet that'll have me cross the state line to get goddamn deal. But anyway, people be going over there. People be going over there. Y'all, they had a whole wall of, y'all know them missing person signage that you might see in Walmart. Do Walmart still put up the missing person sign? Child, they had a damn whole wall with all these missing people. I done told y'all why these folks missing out there. The cartel said you only got two options. Life's about choices. Life is about choices. So he was like, that's how we're able to get to the money over here, because these people know the alternative ain't looking good. The politicians, he says, they are in on it. Y'all remember when Trump was trying to threaten, when he first started talking about with these tariffs and stuff like that, and he was talking to this is when I came to learn who the press over there, the female, what her name, Claudia Sheinbaum. Remember, Trump wanted to send his people over there. Was that the National Guard? This before DC. Listen, Trump was trying to send our folks out of the country before he was trying to send them places in the U.S. So Trump been on kind of like this type of time where he's like, yo, we trying to see something. We trying to get some order, because ish out here in these U.S. streets is out of control. And this ain't made up. It ain't made up. It's out of control. Red, blue, whatever color you subscribe to, you know it's out of control. That woman was like, no, you can't come over here. We got this. On that type of time of DC folks, we got this. Do you really? Chicago, we got this. That is what the president, what Claudia was saying over there. No. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. So now that I'm hearing this cartel talk about how they had everybody in their pockets, I personally don't feel like she's exempt. Now, mind you, she just got into her position in October. She was elected, 6-year term, first woman. But y'all, what I want to know, y'all can look into it, because I think when I first kind of learned about her and learned kind of where she come from, I think she come from money. Y'all know when it come to these people that's be on some other type of time or be having some positions, you gotta look into their background to see who they people are. And when I say they people, that mean who they mama, who they daddy. I want to know who Claudia daddy is. There's history always behind all this ish. Because remember, she was like, no, there's nothing. You don't need to come over here. We got this. She got people over there at the borders doing ish just for the optics, I believe. For the optics. Because the big dogs, the shot callers, the one that's really pushing, I don't believe she really getting in the way of that. I don't think so. She too high up. That man said that they got everybody. So here's the thing. Some people might think, well, Sheik, if a police officer got rolled up on and this was what they were presented to, why wouldn't they go tell somebody? Goddamn it, because they in on it too. Everybody up in on it. They're afraid where if I go to my boss, hell, they done already hit him up. If I go to the damn governor, listen, they're like, it's everybody in on it. So it's just like, there's no way out. And this is how people get caught up in this. So keep in mind that a lot of these people who are a part of this, think about those options that I put out there as to what happens if they say yay or nay. It's the options. And so a lot of people, for the sake of it, I be telling y'all to go down in the movies. Don't be thinking, oh, it's just a kiki and this entertainment. That ish be real. They just prepping you. Some of y'all got enough sense to know what you seeing in the movies and it really go down like that. Let's talk about it. Y'all don't be watching these movies with your heels kicked up, you Netflixing and chilling, trying to think you getting you some and not really think about the messaging that's before you. Because there's always a message. But they know people attention span just like that. Hell, I can tell by the damn analytics, y'all attention span be like that. Because we see the numbers. But y'all pay attention because they show this stuff in the movies. Everything that this man is laying out and saying. How many movies we've seen time and time that it plays out? So are we going to sit here and be like, no, he lying? Y'all, the man already facing, he hit with drug trafficking, people, all the damn charges, the RICOs, everything. All the Diddy charges. This man got so many charges against him. So he like, shit, I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. All right then, y'all. Y'all give me a meal, shit. Give me a sandwich, shit. Give me a blood. Listen, I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. Just give me something. I'm going to talk. I'm going to tell you what you want to know. Because really, y'all, I'm saying he ain't got nothing to lose. He like, yo, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Right now, he got every charge damn he got, y'all, is a life sentence. It's a life sentence. So look it up to see exactly what he's charging. But I know it's trafficking. You got drugs. He got child everything. Whatever RICO, whatever fall underneath the RICO, he got that. He got RICO. He got everything. He ain't getting out. He ain't coming home. But he was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to y'all because y'all need to know this. And I don't even know, y'all, because he's 77. So keep this in mind. And he's 77. So I'm like, damn, if he does help out, you know, and he's saying these things, how can it help him? Because y'all, with these charges that he got on him, they're life charges. So I don't know him just talking is just from like a guilt conscious, like, yo, let me just put this out there because I know this is wrong, but this is what we've been doing. This is the time we've been on. Contrary to what they say, I know that lady over there saying this, but she a lie. She a lie. Everybody in on it. Everybody in on it. There's nobody to run and tell. There's nobody to run and tell. He was like, everybody's in on it. It's just a thing you just know. So you just become a part of it. There is no out. Y'all know kind of like what they said at gang life. Y'all know one way in, one way out. Is there a such thing as really being out? Is there a such thing as really being out? So he's like, listen, like everybody in on it from the top to listen. It's everybody's in on it. That's how we are able to do it on the level that we're able to do it. Police officers. They're whatever that they got military, the politicians. He was like, everybody is in on it. He was like, ain't no way. That is the only way it's been able to be this successful for the last umpteen years. He was like, this has just been the way it is. And I don't believe that the president, this woman, Claudia, I don't think that she's just different. Because look how when Trump wanted to kind of come in there and try to help combat that stuff, like, look how she reacted. When he was just like, well, damn, y'all need to help with these borders. At least put some of y'all folks over here at the border. Can you at least do that? Because otherwise we trying to come up in there because y'all not doing enough and your drugs are coming over into our country and killing our people. It's the #1 killer. I think they said from ages 18 to like 46 here in the U.S. It's the #1 cause of death here. Y'all, I told y'all I was watching this documentary on Mexico. So out there, things are so bad with the drugs, the fentanyl, things like that. They showed this little area. And so you see a lot of like the people who are strung out on drugs, you know, they just out there just chilling, shooting up or whatever. They was on some type of Biden type tip. Y'all remember when Biden during his administration, he was handing out like the clean needle campaign. Y'all remember Biden was doing that? He was giving like the packages, you know, for the holiday. You get a clean needle, you get a clean needle, you get a clean needle. Well, Mexico, they doing that too. They got people on the street, y'all, going into these communities, these areas where you got people who are strung out on drugs and they're giving them clean needles and helping them out And then so they interviewed this one guy, child. You know how you on your way to work? I'm about to drive past Quick Trip. He treating the damn place like it's Quick Trip, talking about, yeah, I stop by every day before work to get me a hit. So he done pulled up his damn pants leg, got all kinds of damn pokes and all up in his ankles. What we call him, a functioning addict? A functioning addict? Shit, you might got some of y'all on this damn live. A functioning addict when you can do your thing and still take your behind to work. This man said, oh, I stop by every day before work. So the little journalist was like, well, damn, how you paying for this? Like, what? He was like, oh, I work, I got a job. She was like, so all your money come to this? He was like, well, no, I got a family. I hope the family seen the damn special. Mama and the wife and kids have seen daddy all in the damn alley getting a hit on the way to work, because that man said he stopped by there every day. So she was like, well, damn, all right then. Well, I mean, because y'all, drugs can be inexpensive and habit can be expensive. This man said he go there every day. He was like, oh, cars and cut y'all, he got a whole side hustle to fund his little situation. He said, if there is a will, there is a way. And so so he over there sitting looking as they watching the camera on the doggone local people who help out in the community, helping the other strung out addicts shoot up, you know, because they giving them clean needles. And then somebody, child, he done messed around, one of them addicts then messed around and put the needle in his vein somehow. So he didn't hit it, then swole all up, so he in pain. So then one of the people in the community that come and help and volunteer, because he used to be an addict until he went to prison and got cleaned up, got his life all the way together. So what he does, he calls himself, what the hell, he done gave himself his own damn title. He called himself, I think he called himself an activist, a community nurse or something. He ain't got nan credential, but that's all right, because he said they ain't got no resources out there where people trying to help these people. So he goes into these communities and talk to them about trying to get off of drugs. He has some clean needles on him. I done told y'all somebody that messed around and put the needle in the damn vein. I don't know the shoot up etiquette, but I think it's something to deal with I'm dealing with the vein. I done seen enough damn movies, y'all, to see people shooting up. And I ain't never seen nobody develop a damn blister or something. So his shoot up went wrong somewhere. Somewhere he went wrong. It just went wrong somewhere. So they trying to damn help his ass out. He all in pain. Remember the man who's supposed to go to work, he done had his goddamn ass a front seat at the show watching it, because he say he stopped by there every day. So I guess he trying to make sure his little, they ain't finna close up shop for his little situation. So he like, shit, I'm finna see here, because I know damn well they better not F with my plug. I know that. So he over there sitting, ain't worried about covering his face like the ICE people over here in the US is when they rolling up on people. They trying to, oh no, he all on the damn camera talking about, yes, this is where I stop on my way to work. I promise y'all I don't make this issue up. No, I may sound crazy saying it. Listen, some of y'all may be new to my channel. This how I go down over here. This is how I go down. It's real different over here. I ain't for everybody. But when you know, you know. One thing you know about me, if you used to coming over to this channel, I'm finna goddamn bring the information to you. I'm gonna bring that shit that you ain't finna be seeing on a lot of these mainstream media platforms. That's why y'all bring your asses back over here. But it's okay. Just hit the like button. So he's sitting peeping. I'm saying, I know you effing lying, y'all. You can't make this shit. When I tell y'all it's never a dull moment in covering politics, I be struggling with what the hell I'm finna damn tell y'all today, because I be having to narrow this ish down. Because it be so much going on, y'all. I be like, damn, I done learned so much, y'all. People be telling me, Sheik, you gonna run for politics? Because, bitch, you know so much about damn politics. But I done learned enough to say, I don't want no parts of that shit. That's how so my knowledge of politics has me to be anti wanting to work in politics. Bought and paid for. Bought and paid. Zambada, listen, Zambada said they bought and paid for, Sheik. That ain't just no U.S. thing. They ain't doing that just in the U.S. That's worldwide. So let me tell y'all, gang. So fentanyl is their big drug. That's the money maker in Mexico. I like to say Mexico. That is the money maker. So they get their supplies from China. And then they make up the pills. They make up the pills. So that's the big product. And that is what makes its way to our U.S. streets, our streets. That's the product. That's the moneymaker. So the journalist was talking to this guy, yo. He was like looking like y'all. Well, child, he was more covered than them ICE people. He had his full body covered, the voice, and just dry snitching. But he didn't want nobody to know he was dry snitching. And he was just like, listen, I don't. He said right now, he was like, I got 25 fentanyl pills on me right now. He said one pill goes for $25 a piece. So he said that's what he had on. He's like, I'm not a part of the cartel, nothing, but I'm just letting y'all know what I got on me right now. I got 25 on me. So she was like, all right, then, well, what happened if the police sees you and they find that on you? He said, I'll go to jail. He said he'll go to jail. She was like, yo, like, well, where you get the pills from? He said, I can't tell y'all. Like, damn, Karen, shit. I'm out here risking my life. I can't tell you that. Cut. I don't want to do the interview no more. The man then got up and walked the hell out. She ain't using common sense. So he done ended the whole damn interview, y'all, and walked the hell out because she done goddamn pissed him off. He like, goddamn, I put my life on the line and you in here trying to ask for names. So I was just like, so he was just like, it's so big to where he was like, they got police out there to be trying to act like, to me, it's almost like it's a for show with police trying to crack down on it because it's the optics. It's the optics. Because think about it, you all, if things are so bad and you have a leader there, people are going to naturally raise the question to the leader as to, well, what are you doing, President? Like, what are we doing? So then that's why she got to kind of, because at one of her press conference, one of her people, one of the journalists in the audience was like, yo, so let's talk about these, these optics that you're doing. I think she called it that. I was like, hell no. She called her out on it because she know what it is. It's just like, are you really interested in fixing this ish, or is it just the optics? Because, child, they got a Senate over there, a politician over there. It's her last name, Tilio. It's a woman politician over there. And I'm actually concerned about her life because she's talking greasy about just the government over there in Mexico. And they're threatening the president, saying that they're threatening her with treason. That they're saying that she just wrongfully going against Mexico, which she's not. She's just saying, y'all, this shit been bad for a long, long time. So she's just kind of like bringing light to the situation about her country. She hasn't, to me, said anything that will warrant her to be locked up or anything. But the president, she don't like her. Look her up. Tilio, I don't know. Look her up. She's a Mexico Senate. Type in, because when I'm driving, I can't give you that detail of information. Sometimes I'm not driving when I give information. She's the Mexico senator who is against corruption in Mexico. Put that in. It's going to come up. It's going to bring a woman. She's a dark-haired woman, thin-framed woman. And she's like, y'all, this shit over here is bad, bad. So I couldn't help but to just think about her life and her safety because she openly is just talking about the government over there in Mexico. Basically, she's saying she's co-signing the things that this cartel guy who's locked up is saying. His trial, I think, is slated to be for January 26th. January 26th. So I think it sounds like since he's talking, he's just going to go ahead and plead guilty. Because remember, I told y'all his first story was, listen, I was kidnapped. El Chapo's son, baby Chapo, put me on this plane against my will. And that's how I ended up in Texas. So that was his first story when they rolled up. So it's been about a year later. So he's like, all right. I got another story for you. I got one that can stick. So now that's when he's talking about just all the corruption and saying like, yo, like this is real. I'm sorry. I know it was wrong. I put a lot of people's lives at risk. Oh, and to top it all off, to top it all off, remember I done told y'all that the president over there, she did not want to, she didn't want to help. Remember, she didn't want to help with, you know, combating the crime and stuff centered around the drugs, the cartel, trafficking. But she was like, but I mean, we ain't got nothing to do with that. But that money that y'all came into, I think it's like 15 billion. Can we get that? Because we got people over here in Mexico who's struggling. So she first said, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. We ain't got nothing to do with that. But that money that you say you seeks, we can use that over here. Like, y'all think about how crazy that sound. You saying, no, I wasn't a part of that. But what came out of that, well, yeah, but I want some of that. Like, girl, if you... This woman said with a straight face, she was like, because we got poor people over here. Look at all these damn lives that we done lost in our country as a result of your poor government helping a cartel move weight over to the U.S. People just laid out. How many of y'all got loved ones or know somebody who lost their lives as a result of fentanyl? Or maybe you don't even know, but you speculate that that's probably what took them out. The journalist asked this guy, you know, during the documentary, she was like, do you see fentanyl, that ever going away? He was like, no, not unless another drug comes along to replace it. Because y'all know fentanyl getting laced. That's why I'm like, this y'all weed heads out there, y'all better be careful, because they slipping that stuff in all kinds of stuff. I've learned that they've also the vape. My kid's school, the principal was like, you know, the vapes, they crack down real hard with these vapes. You get caught with a vape, like you getting kicked out of school, because they said that when these vapes that these kids are buying online, because that's how they're getting them when they're testing them, is showing fentanyl being in them. There's like 90-something%, 96 something in the 90s. It was high, close to 100%. There is like signs of like fentanyl within these vapes. That's why you got to be careful. Just don't do drugs at all. But for somebody to be into them drugs and you don't even really care about who your pusher is, like you like, listen, I just need this. I don't care where it's coming from. You don't want to have that type of mindset to be that lax and lenient when it comes to drugs, because you don't know what's in this stuff. You don't know, because everybody just trying to mix it up, trying to get a better high. They want the high to last longer. Y'all know we live in this society where what was once enough is no longer enough. Like, everybody just want more. Like, that ain't strong enough. I need something else. And that something else is what's getting people up out of here. Because they want something stronger. Something gonna last longer. I'm trying to get my money's worth. I need my money. I need my money's worth. So I'm gonna need for you to hook. This is why so many people are dying. And here's another thing that I've come to see when it comes to drugs. And, you know, the school talked about it. I may be able to do something. You intake some type of drug. Let's just say fentanyl, since we talked about that. And two other people, you, your brother, y'all take it too. We all took the same thing. But one of us had a different reaction to it. It's the body chemistry. Everybody's body don't react the same. So you might have somebody saying, Sheik, I've been doing this for years, I'm fine or whatever, but that's your body. I can do that shit one time and it take me up on out of here. One time. Do something one time and it takes over, and next thing you know, my mind is gone. Some of y'all may know people where you knew that happened to where they was fine, and then they took that hit, they took something, and then it changed them, and it had an impact on them like they'd never seen before with anybody else, because our bodies are different. Y'all seen that story with the young guy, the boy, the 19-year-old in Florida? My mom was telling me about the case. So listen, let me tell y'all a story centered around this young guy, maybe about 19. He went to Florida to meet up with some family members that he'd never met before. I think there was family from his dad's side. His dad locked up. Somehow he got connected to some cousins in Florida. So he's like, bet. I don't know where he was coming from, but he was going to Florida to meet up with the family members. Like, yo, I'm trying to go see my family. Y'all know how I be. You trying to connect. Yo, I learned out you my cousin. All right, then, man, we need to link. We gonna hang out. So he goes to Florida. He's chilling, kicking it with his cousins and friends. So I think it's maybe with him, maybe 4 more boys. So maybe let's just say a total of 5 of them. They start smoking, doing that stuff. Lord, don't ask me what was in it. But what I'm gonna tell you is that they all took hits from the same thing, but he had a different reaction. Some of y'all may be familiar with this story because the mother was raising hand because she's trying to figure out what the freak happened to my son because he was found in like a ditch. His body was found because I guess she probably had reported, I don't know, but he was found. So she was just kind of telling the police like, yo, this was the last I knew. He was going to Florida. I didn't ask for him to leave me any names or contact information for exactly who he was going to see. I just know that it was some family from his father's side. He was going to see family from his father's side. I have not seen my son. I haven't heard from my son. I need for y'all to figure out, find my son, whatever. Son, baby, found in a ditch. When they talked to the other boys, they all had the same story. We were all, we took some hits on such and such, whatever it was. I don't know if it was weed, but they said they was doing drugs. They was like, we was driving, and all of a sudden, he started spazzing. I done told y'all everybody took a hit from the same damn thing, but everybody not gonna respond the same way. They was like, yo, he start wilding. We in the car. He pulls out, I guess he's known for traveling, always having this little knife thing. So they knew, he pulled out this knife, started threatening us, saying, let me out, whatever. Or goddamn it, they pulled over and let his ass out because he was going in. They was like, yo, like he was going off. We let him out. So then they was like, we tried calling his mom. Somehow they had access to be able to have his mom number. They was like, we didn't get her. She didn't pick up. Police reports, investigations was able to corroborate all of that. All the boys' stories, y'all, was the same. No matter who interviewed the boys, I don't know if it was his first time taking a hit. He met up with them other cousins. Y'all know some of us got them other families that be on that type of time. And some of us, we live, straight narrow type lives like me. And then you got them cousins that be on that. Them cousins I don't really kick it with. We come together when we need to. But otherwise, I'm not trying to kick it with you like that because I'm not on that type of time. So it's given that he went to go see some cousins that was into kind of, doing some other stuff. I told you they Floridian. His cousins was out of Florida. And when you know, you know. So they were like, yo, we all took a hit from the same thing, but he started wilding, threatening us, demanding we pull over, let him out. We did it. So based off of that, everything, the pathway, the driving path, everything, the police were able to go back and look at cameras, see the young man at one point, like running across the hallway. Y'all crazy. I guess out here tweaking. So you can see him just skipping, just running. And it looks like, so let me tell y'all what is probably how he died. So they seen him like at one point, like running across like this highway or some byway, running. And then he made his way to like a hill. Child, anybody know when you going down the hill, you can't goddamn be running. But that's somebody who ain't doped up on something knows that. You can't go running down a hill. You can't, some hills you probably can't even walk, like your ass gonna go tumbling. So what the police believe is because he was, he was doped up, he was on whatever, adrenaline going, he's on this hill, and remember they had already been seeing him running. So when he get to the hill, his ass didn't stop running. He went running down the hill, and at the bottom of the hill is like a creek. And so it's given, it seems like the velocity, child, if anybody know physics, is goddamn, don't ask me what grade I got in physics. He kept going, and it seems like the force, the G-force, the force had him tumble in the creek, and that's where he was found. Probably broke his neck. So the boys, thank God, they were ruled up, as far as them having any hands with his death or anything like that. But it was prompted because he took some drugs. and the reaction that he had from these drugs. And you all, a lot of these drugs, you don't know what kind. Like me, I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never taken marijuana. I'm just on a natural high. I barely even drank something. So this is all natural from head to toe. I'm all natural. So, but somebody like me who ain't never had ish, no telling if I were to just start popping a molly, do something, what kind of reaction my body would have. My body might go into damn shock. This ain't no damn tension. This ain't shit that came from Sprouts. Bitch, what is this? What is this? What is this? This ain't no, what is this? This ain't no oregano oil shit. What is this? So my body would probably go into just a shock because it's not used to anything. It's used to being clean. So, but that's the thing. You don't even know how your body gonna react until you do it. And some people don't survive it. Some people can come out of it and be like, damn it, I remember that time when I took something. Some of y'all may have that story. I remember that time I took something and the way my body reacted, the way my mind, I was like, nah, I can't do that no more. But some of y'all dumbasses probably still go back and do it, even though you know how it makes you act, you still do it. But the smart ones be like, one and done. One and done. One and done. So who knows with this young man if that was his first time doing something or doing that, or even that was laced with something, because you don't know. You don't know. And a lot of times these plugs that you have, they be having plugs and they change out their plugs. So who used to be the person they would get their stuff to is no longer the person they get their stuff from. You don't know that because you just purchasing it. You don't know that they didn't change their supplier. Are they telling you that? Are they telling you that they didn't change their supplier? You just come, they just got what you need. To them, they thinking that ain't none of your business. They may hit you with, hey, I'm going up on this price because I got a new plug and it costs me more, so I'm gonna have to, child, we on some tariff shit. They may hit you with the tariff. They might hit you with the tariff. You know tariffs are tariffing. So if you want it, this is what's gonna cost you. So they may hit you with that, but then some people may be so strung out, like the guy who say he got to get his hit every day, not every other day, not every third Sunday. That fool said every day before work he got to get his hit. So you think somebody like that is giving a damn about where it came from? Most crackheads they ain't caring about that. They just like, do you got what I need? Oh baby, you got what I need. You're like, do you got what I need? A crackhead ain't caring about the logistics. They don't care. It came from China, Ethiopia, Afghanistan, Russia, Atlanta, Georgia, San Francisco. They don't care. Just give me what I need. And a lot of times people be adding ish to stuff to make the product stretch. Some of y'all be talking about, oh, I ain't even feeling this hit. They done put some stuff in it. This ain't doing nothing for me. I don't even feel high. Y'all, how many of y'all be some of them ones complain? Oh, this weak. This weak. You're weak. I need something stronger. That's what's gonna get you up out of here. Hollering, you need something damn stronger. It took you right on up out of here because your body like the hell, the devil is alive. We barely handle this ish that you put in our body as it is. And you over here talking about you kind of need something stronger. But y'all, this is the type of time that these people are on. So that's why the deaths are what it is in the USA, with the leading cause being tied to fentanyl. It's very sad. It is just my prayer that my children, I have 3, ages 20, 17, and 15. You know, at least one. Listen, child, y'all know it's gonna be goddamn one that don't think fat meat greasy. I got one that just want to just be on his type of time, but I'm trying to see something. And I do the best I can as a parent to try to tell you, you ain't got to see everything. Sometimes trying to see something can cost you your life. Sometimes trying to blend in, trying to be like your friends can cost you your life. Trying to be the cool kid can cost you your life. It is okay, you all, to be the standout. It's okay to be different. It is very okay to be different. It's gotten me very far in life with being different. Because a lot of times people get caught up when they're trying to assimilate with the wrong crowd. Because they're like, well, hell, everybody else doing it. Remember the boy, he trying to go kick it with his cousins. The cousin's like, yo, they probably like hitting with you a square. You ain't never tried this before. You want to try it? He like, all right then. Well, what you say it is? Oh, it's just weed. You know, it ain't nothing, you know. Just try. You say you ain't never, y'all know. Some of y'all have tried stuff because it was rooted in peer pressure. Let me tell y'all why I ain't never even tried to. Y'all, I'm an asthmatic. I already can't damn breathe without anything. I don't need nothing getting in the way of my breathing. So that was rooted in not even trying the smoking, the cigarettes, because I'm from California. My breathing was definitely, it was more of a struggle on the West Coast in California. I live in Georgia than it is here in Georgia. So there's things to where I'm just like, you know what? I got enough challenges. I don't need nothing else added to this little situation. I don't need nothing. Let me drink this water over here. Let me take this oregano oil. Let me take these herbs. Let me make this run to Sprouts. Like, I be on that type of time, because a lot of this other ish that people are doing, oh, I need to calm my nerves. Let me go ahead and take a hit on this because they stressed. That has never crossed my mind. Oh, let me go take this drug because I'm stressed. Because there are so much other things out there that you can do, you can take to de-stress. You don't have to take an illegal substance just to kind of be chill. Like, I'm just saying, you don't got to. You don't got to. Like, they got all kinds of shit out there. Do a field trip to the Whole Food store. They got all kinds of stuff out there that you can take for any and everything that will substitute any type of pharmaceutical drug. Like, it's out there. You just gotta go find it. You just gotta go find it. So it's just sad. It's a sad day. Trump did these damn tariffs. They done told him, hold on, Kimo Sabe. I think he got until maybe October 14th to still do what he's doing with these tariffs. But then the 14th, that's gonna be when the Supreme Court will hear it. So for now, the tariff situation, it's still kind of as it stands. But as I talk about Mexico and what's going down there, I think that Trump holding tariffs over Mexico's head because of this issue that they got with the borders and the drugs and stuff, I think that's just awesome, because they don't find the issue to be serious. It's the optics over there as they trying to have police over here and do that, but y'all don't really mean that. That man done already said that y'all hand in the cookie jar, y'all getting paid out. So it's just y'all like, okay, let's just put a few officers over there. The big dogs know, the cartels them know, they don't even go that way anyway. Y'all think about it. President might be on some time of, yeah, y'all go over here and regulate this area, because cartels, they don't even go that way. So anybody who over there, they not a part, they ain't the big dogs. They more so like little bitty competition. So go over there and round them up, throw them in jail, and start telling people that, yeah, we getting them off the streets or whatever, but you not getting the big dog. You getting them little ones. Y'all know, like equivalent to the corner man, little weed man. That's you got to hit the supplier. They at the bottom playing around with the little corner boy. What? That's equivalent of what they're doing to me in Mexico. Is they're playing around with the corner boy. They not motivated to go get the plug, because the plug is lining their pockets. And I personally believe that the president, this female president, Claudia Sheinbaum, I personally believe that she is a part of that. No matter how cool, calm, and collected she may be, she may appear on camera. Silent riot. What they say, them be the ones that silent riot. The ones that look like their hands are clean. That's why I say, y'all, homework time. Research Claudia Sheinbaum. My spirit is telling me that she comes from money. My spirit is telling me that her family is tapped in. Because y'all know, to get to these positions in any of these countries, it be a long line of lineage connected to some type of power. It's not no regular person that's just winding up in the seat of like the highest office in your country. It's usually some type of paper trail, something that's linking to something corrupt. That goes down here in the US. You can always link it to something corrupt. That ish ain't just popping off here in the US. That's just the nature of the game. So I want to believe, and I want to say, you all, when I first learned who this woman was, I read something centered around her father and him being kind of having clout and being tapped in. Y'all research this woman. Her name is Claudia Scheinbaum. I think she spells it Scheinbaum. Research Claudia Scheinbaum. Because if you can link her pappy, her people, to some suspect stuff, there you go. There you go. And a lot of times the people who come from money and who are tapped in, they help one another out. That's why I don't really trust that being in politics. I'll talk about it on this channel. I just talk politics. I'm not in politics. I just talk politics from the sidelines because I understand how the game works. Y'all, this shit is common sense. This ain't got nothing to do with all the education that I got because I got a lot of it. This is just common sense and me seeing year over year in my nearly 45 years of living how this works. A lot of these, you can connect the dots to a lot of these people. And that's why I say we see this ish in the movies. So don't be watching these movies thinking that this shit is just Hollywood. It ain't real like that out here. Watching these HBO Power. Y'all better get into that stuff because it's telling you how the game really is. But the powers that be know that people so damn slow and act like they don't understand to where it just go right on over their head. They can put it in your face. What they say, it's in blind sight. Plain sight. I'm sorry. They say it's in plain sight. That means when something is in your face and you still don't see it. They literally put it in the movies and the shows and people still don't see it. Plain sight. That's why they can do it over and over and over again. Plain sight. Blind sight. Plain sight. People see it, but it's like they see it, but they don't see it. They see it, but they don't see it. And that's a whole problem. But the governments, they know this. They like, yeah, we can put the whole script out there and these people still ain't gonna see it. We can put it in their face. They still ain't gonna see it. They still ain't gonna see it. But when you know, you know, and I know. So I don't want no angel money talks all day long. What was I say? Zambada, the cartel. Look into him. Ishmael Zambada. Look him up. He's the cartel. Pam Bondi, I think they said she did a press conference talking about him on Monday. I didn't see it, but when I learned about this story, that was something I learned, that I think she did a press conference on Monday. So you probably can go check that out and hear what she has to say. But I just know that this man is just like, y'all, it's deep. The rabbit runs deep in the hole. It is deep. It is deep. And everybody's connected. Y'all think the government believes him when he says that? He was like, oh, Mexico, everybody's connected. Everybody's benefiting except for these poor people who the president, Claudia Scheinbaum, wants to receive this money. Do y'all think that if she got her hands on that $15 billion or even a piece of it, half of it, it'll go to the people in the community? Like, y'all, let's really talk about it. Do y'all think them people will see that money? Do y'all think them people will see that money? Hell, I don't even got faith that hell we finna see the money that the U.S. then came up on the 15. Y'all, I didn't say millions. I said billions. $15 billion. This is what the U.S. government has access to as a result of them hemming up Cartel, business partner to El Chapo. They were 1 and 2. They was a dual situation. They were 1 and 2. $15 billion, y'all. What do y'all think is going to happen with that money? Because like I said, I didn't hear Bam Pam talk, so I don't know if she talked about what's going to happen with that money. I've seen comments where people say, hell, that money need to go to the families whose loved ones died as a result of fentanyl. Like, what do y'all think should happen with that money? That is a lot of money. Y'all think the money should go towards the debt, the U.S. debt? Well, we had $36 trillion in debt. Y'all think that the $15 billion should go towards the debt? Y'all think the $15 billion should go towards people's student loans? Do y'all think everybody should get cut a check, a stimulus? What y'all think should happen with the $15 billion? That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I'm curious to know what they're going to do with that money. So as we talk about with these tariffs, I like the idea with Trump holding something like that over their heads to try to motivate them to just do what's right. To do what's right. Motivate them or China, because they get their supplies from China. See, the supplies come from China, but it's made in Mexico. It's made, so they're working hand in hand. And then the bulk majority of that product is then sent across the border to the U.S. That's the system. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's a sad situation. It's been taking place far too long. And I just don't really have faith that, here's the thing, with Trump controlling the borders in the manner in which he has thus far, I feel like we will over time start to see lesser and lesser cases of people dying from fentanyl. But it's going to take a minute, because think about you all, the product that has already made its way over here before he took control of over the borders. So that still has to kind of circulate. You know what I'm saying? Where either the police roll up on them and do a bust and take that, or people are using it and then, you know, it's used up. But how long you think it's got to you kind of run out of the supply this here? Because it's like, okay, we can't get it from Mexico like that. If we are getting it, it's not coming through the border, because Trump says basically, I think for the last at least 90 days, it's been 100% crossing the border. I remember Trump talking about, I think, Canada, fentanyl, things like that getting through Canada that came to them from China. Y'all, it's crazy. Nat said fentanyl only $5. $5. You got people losing their life over $5. Because like I said, you can be a one and done. That man in Mexico, he said he had 25, and I think he said he can sell it for $25 a pop. I think that's what he said. $25 a pop. But he said if he was caught by police, he would go to jail. So my thing is, since Zambada saying that the government's in on it, let's just say, we're going to call him Juan. Let's just say they rolled up on Juan and they took his little supply. Y'all think they flushing that supply down the toilet, or do y'all think that that is being put back out there but distributed through somebody else? Hey, Cartel, here you go. We just seized it. Like, I'm just saying, because it's so corrupt to where I don't have faith that when these police officers are arresting these people and they're taking a product, that they're just discarding it. Especially if we're hearing that they're connected with the cartel. And how many of y'all in this chat believe that that's a lie? How many of y'all think that no, that ain't true? The government would never. That woman would never. They ain't a part of that. They on a Trump. They try to make sure people are adhering to laws. They ain't a part of that. Listen, I don't want to assume that everybody got common sense and discernment. I don't assume nothing over here. I don't want to assume nothing, but I'm just throwing out these questions, because that man said if I were to get arrested, they'd take my stuff. I'm just saying, I don't have faith that when that happens that they're going to discard it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Like the video, y'all. See if we can get to 100 likes. I ain't gonna be on here super long like I'm capable of. We may go live later. I don't know. I was on the road coming back from Atlanta. I was at the Chris Brown concert last night, so I stayed over at my sister's house. So I'm like, I got about an hour ride home. Let me go live and talk my talk real quick. Y'all check out the short that I did this morning before this live. Short centered around these shenanigans. Watch out for the shorts. The shorts pretty much is going to give you an idea of what I'm going to talk about on an upcoming live. So make sure you got the notification bell hit so you know when I go live. Let me see. Pondo says, again, Claudia Scheinbaum, mother, well-known scientist, also come from Jewish bloodline. I say, y'all just got to research these people because it'll start making sense. Because when you start connecting who people are connecting, when you start connecting those type of dots, then you could be like, oh my God, okay, I can see how they're tapped in on this type of level because they got relationships with this person over there. Like, y'all, like, you got to be able to connect the pieces. And sometimes it helps. That's why I like to go live. And I love, I have 2 channels, you all. So this is my political channel. I talk all politics. This is, of course, the bigger channel because I don't know. Y'all don't be, listen, everybody want to know what the hell going on in these U.S. streets when it comes to the politics. So this channel gets a lot of views. I like going live because I'll hear things and research and I start forming questions and I always say, what does she do when she got questions? She go live. I go live when I have questions because in the chat, people will make comments, say things, and it can help kind of broaden my mind and have me to start looking down, going in certain directions. You know what I'm saying? It's like the collaboration. It's the collaboration. That's why I affectionately refer to my subscribers on any of my 2 platforms as honor students because we are lifetime learners. We ask questions. Never have someone to make you feel bad because you asking questions, because that's what smart people do, because that's the only way you can get to the answers. You ask questions, and I ask questions. It's just what I do. It's just what I do because I'm trying to see something, because my spirit is just not telling me that this woman, this president, is on the up and up. It's just not. And then this cartel guy talking about, oh, the government she ain't exempt. She is not exempt. It's a reason why she was placed in that position. Why they choose her? Why was she chosen? Why was she the chosen one? Y'all better start asking questions. Ask and you shall receive. Isn't that what they say? Ask and you shall receive. Let me see. I'm trying to get through so many comments. Just so you all know, I try to get through comments, but it'd be a lot of comments sometimes. An easier way for me to see a comment that you may have is you can send a super chat for as little as $1.99. It pops. It comes up on my screen in the middle of everybody comment so I can read it. So that's just however much, however little. It's just a way to, if you really want me to kind of see your comment, because it can get crazy in my chat. I don't know if I have moderators today. This is not a normal time I go live. So they're not in here, regulating a lot of mayhem that may be taking place, but that's just one way if you want your comment to stand out. Also, if you want to become a member of my channel, $2.99, your name comes up in color and your comments are always prioritized as well. Multiple ways to show support: liking the video. We're at 61 likes. 190 people watching this video. Like, come on now. I don't know why you be playing with me with these likes. It helps with the algorithm. Child, help me help you. I'm just trying to circulate this information. I made up anything that I didn't talk about on this channel. Y'all can always go fact check anything I say. Always go look into this, because the news that I share is not made up. Some of the details, maybe if I'm driving, I'm not reading something, might be a slight off, but you're gonna be like, yeah, she knew what the hell she was talking about. You're gonna be able to be like, yeah, this pretty much what she was saying. So always, go look into it yourself, because that's how that's how you learn. And you just want to always go go see for yourself when it comes to this information out here, so you can it can help you just to become more aware on what's going on out here. in these political streets, because y'all, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's dangerous. It's weird. It's a lot of things out here. It's a lot of things out here. It's a lot of things out here. That said, China is going broke. Don't be fooled. Hell, people be talking about with the situation with the U.S. and what our financial situation is. So shit, don't be fooled by none of it. Don't be, listen, everybody out here trying to find a hustle. Everybody out here, because the way AI looking, everybody going to be on the soup line. Everybody finna be on the soup line. But I don't know. Y'all make sure you got the notification bell hit so you know when I go live. I may go live again. So you'll know when I go live, because the next time I go live, I may be in front of my laptop so I can show you something. Because when I'm stationed, I don't just be talking about, I be showing you. You talking about seeing something, I show you. So if you want to see something, make sure you got the notification bell on so you know when I go live, so you can see something. You can run and tell that. Run and tell that. A lot of people, you know, they don't like for me to talk my talk over here because they don't want the truth out. A lot of people don't want the truth out because it's like, oh, snap, she telling the business. She telling the business. But I come out here and I talk my talk because I know there are a lot of people that don't know these things that I know. And it can save a life. It can help you. It can help. But the more we know, because when you know better, you do better. And I know a lot of people aren't tapped in. They live these busy lives. I can't. I got these kids. This man drive me crazy. This woman. Listen, I'm spread thin. I'm spread thin. So I get it. I've been there. It wasn't until like February where I kind of started going in and tapping into politics in the way that I do. Because I was seeing how these changes, these decisions that were being made for our country, the country I live in, the United States of America. I live in Georgia. I was seeing how these decisions were impacting not only me, minds, the people today in present time, but just the long-term outcome. Excuse me, just the long-term outcome of it all. And me just thinking more about the future of my kids as a result of some of these decisions that are being made. So it really kind of caught my interest because I now have an adult child. My oldest son is 20. So I'm like, wow, he's a young adult. It just has my attention, you know, in a way that it didn't before. And so I just decided, since I had the second channel, I'm like, oh, I wanted to make it different from my first channel. So I'm like, oh, well, we'll talk politics over here. And that's kind of the history of this channel. And it's grown from like less than 600 to over 6,000 just in the past, 6 months, 5-6 months. So that's averaging about 1,000 subscribers a month. So it's growing pretty fast, but it's just centered around just coming out here, talking politics, making you all aware of what's going on, encouraging you all to want to go and look into information yourself to see like what's going on in your state, in your country. It's a lot of people who follow me, watch my content from other parts of the world, other countries. So you just want to be in the know, because what I've come to learn is that anything that impacts the USA, any changes that like we implement on a level that impacts the American people, there is going to be an impact to other countries, other nations, because we are the leader. We are the leader. So the tariff situation, it's not only impacting these other countries, it's impacting us here in the United States. You see, it's like we're all connected. We're all connected. Just like that damn Cartel man said. He's like, she said it, we all connected. He's like, we're all connected. We're all connected. Presidents, governors, police, military. He was like, we all connected. Like, he's like, that don't just apply to the U.S. streets. That's over here too. We're all connected. What I say, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. Pastor, people got to start caring about what's going on. Yeah. I feel like in today's time, more people care about what's going on than past times. Is it enough? We probably can use more people who give a damn, but at the same time, we have so many distractions in this world to where it can be a struggle to know what to focus on, because it's so much. So many people are just distracted by so many different things. Like, okay, I gotta focus. I gotta find a job. Like, to where it's just like they're just got this tunnel vision, and it's just like, even though this over here and this over here is impacting what you're going through, a lot of people can't connect the dots. They're not realizing that this over here is impacting them to which is why they may be experiencing what they're experiencing. So sometimes, even though you may got a lot on your plate, sometimes you may kind of got to start researching some things and listening to maybe what some people talking about, centered around some other stuff that you may not believe has anything to do with what you got going on. But as you listen to them, you're like, you know what? That's why it's hard for me to find a job. Because you over here, you talking about, you said, because before the person be like, I ain't got time to be concerned about tariffs. I need to get a job. I just got laid off. And then you not connecting the dots. And then you stop and listen to somebody talk about tariffs. And you like, damn, that's why I ain't got no damn job. Because the company here, they got more tariffs. They got to pay these damn tariffs. They can afford to pay me my check. You know, so you start, connecting it. And so just find the time, what's important to you, you'll find the time. Isn't that what they say? What's important to you, you're going to make time for. So with that being said, y'all stay tuned. I'm sure I'll be coming back. I don't know. It's the holiday weekend. I'm about to go in the store, pick up a little something, to feed the family for the holiday weekend. I'm going to stay, tapped in with the news, see what's going on out here in these streets. So I, come back and report to you all, some things that I feel like you really need to know. So just make sure you have the notification bell on. As I say, always go out into the world and show up in a way in which you want others to show up for you. Like attracts like. Give off good energy. Be nice. Just simply be nice. It's the little things. It is the little things. And those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I have a lot of people who've recently subscribed to the channel. I thank you. Welcome. Over here, if you're a subscriber, you're an honor student. We are lifetime learners. My background, clinical mental health counseling. I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. So sometimes I'll insert things centered around mental health, because everything that we endure in life is going to have some type of impact on us, whether it's good or bad. We're going to be impacted by it. And there's been a lot of things going on in the U.S. streets that has been negatively impacting people. Understandably so. Learning 24 hours ago, you ain't got no job. Oh, that can have a negative impact on your psyche. Please believe that. Please believe that. That can have a negative impact on your psyche. So it's a lot that's going on that can definitely impact someone mentally. And just, Lord knows, like, people handle pressures different. We see across the news how people handle pressure. That's mental health. A lot of people's mental health is not intact. And a lot of us, some of us will take notice of someone's mental health not intact, but we just kind of make observation and still keep going. Because you think, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me, or it's not my business, until it becomes your business. So with that being said, take care of yourselves and one another. Heavy on the taking care of yourself, because so many people are out here not taking enough care of themselves, and they down bad. People are down bad. So I'll catch y'all on the next broadcast. Have a happy, wonderful Sunday.